Good morning. Happy Sunday, everybody. I am home. I am back. I have had such a crazy week, but it's been so good. I did travel, which was filled with huge amounts of anxiety for me, but I did it. And I'm home and I'm safe and I feel good. So, knock on wood, hopefully, the next 12 days will be uneventful and I will be fine. Good morning. Good morning. Hi. I'm going to just try to pull you guys up. I want to have you on my phone because hi, good morning, Trina. I am still on my laptop. I think you guys can probably tell from last weekend. I came home middle of the night Thursday, so early Friday. And I've been trying to figure out, I went and bought a new mouse, I tried to pair it, I did all the things. You guys know how technologically advanced I am. So I spent hours and hours, and I was like, I can do this. Like, I am smart, I've got this, I can do it. I Googled like all the things, like how do you pair a mouse to your lap or to your desktop without a keyboard? All the things, all the shortcuts. I was tapping away on my keyboard, trying to figure this out. I can't get it. I cannot. It was hours. So anyway, I finally gave up last night. So I'm actually going to take my desktop and my brand new mouse into the shop today. And I'm going to drop it off. I'm actually going to take it. London Drugs has got in town where we are anyway. It has a really great team for computer people. So I'm hoping they can help me. So I'm on my laptop again. So I've got my layout for you guys up on my pizza boxes. And I've got my laptop propped up, so you can't see my desk. That's okay. I'm going to hold everything up for you. Oh, thank you. Love my hair. This, I don't know if I ever told you guys, but I bought this, if you have curly hair, or even if you just like to straighten your hair, it's called a dry bar brush, and it's bright yellow. I got mine from Sephora. There's two different sizes. I have both sizes. One's a little bit bigger, and then one's smaller, obviously. And I also have their big wand curling iron, like just to put these like little curls in. So when your hair is dry, you know how naturally curly my hair is. Instead of using like the straightening iron, which I've done for forever, I just use this brush and it's just a little bit fuller. I was feeling like my hair was, when I straightened it was like stuck to my head and it felt silly. Anyway, I'm just trying to pull you guys up here so I can see your comments. So if I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at my phone. I want to see your comments because I can't really see them on my laptop. Oh, good morning. Hi, everybody. Hi. Okay, I can see you all. I can see all your comments now. So I was just trying to do two different things at the same time. And anyway, here we are. I'm back. So I have a great layout for you for this week. So this one I did using our Cozy Days kit, which sold out, I think, in 2 days. So I am in the process of trying to get more of that product in. So if you actually want this Cozy Days kit and you didn't get it, can you please let me know, because I don't want to order too much product, but I also don't want to order not enough product. So if you didn't get a chance to have the Cozy Days kit, please let me know. Just send me a message and let me know, because I'm going to put that order in. Obviously, it's a holiday this weekend on Monday, so the order would go in on Tuesday. But if you are wanting this, please let me know. So I did this layout out of that kit, so I'll hold that up for you here so you can see. So I've got it's got such great colors and patterns and embellishments. And I was able to cut this pattern so I can see all these leaves. So it's really great for some Thanksgiving photos from last year. So it was really great. And obviously, I love my Big Long Journal card. So I've used that on this one. And I'm going to be using our current Halloween kit. So the Halloween kit that came out last week. I'm using that on the layout today. And I'm also using... Oh, there we go. Trina's going to yell at me after this. I got messages last week from her like, we have to fix your lighting. I tried. I'm sorry. I tried. I guess I'll just maybe not lean in so far. That will probably help. Okay, so that's there on my pizza box. Okay, so you can see that one. Good morning. Hi, everyone. Hi. Trying to see all your good morning messages. Oh, so I had a message from somebody, something about a drink. So Caesar. I got a Caesar today, so cheers. Cheers to you all. I think that it was Andy that said she was going to have a drink with me. So, Andy, if you're out there and you're having a drink, I would like to see it, please. Oh, hi, Adele. I've missed... Yes, that's awesome. Thank you for saying you missed seeing me. It feels weird. Like, it felt weird to not be here on Wednesday, but I got Emma all moved in. And this is actually a really funny story before we get started. I don't know why it never occurred to me before that IKEA could ever be out of stock of something, because IKEA is so huge and such a big warehouse, and it just never even occurred to me in a million years. She wanted a couple of specific things. She really needed a bed with the drawers underneath, and we actually have one here for her that she'd had for years, and actually now Alex is using it. She wanted the same bed, and out of stock. We have a really great tall dresser and bedside tables in our bedroom, Scott and I do, and we kind of have that's our whole bedroom set with the dresser and the bed and all the things, but she just really wanted the tall dresser, like one of those, not a tall boy, but like the skinny ones, the skinny tall dressers. She just has this one wall in her bedroom that it would be really great for her. She wanted that and the 2 bedside tables. Coffee tables, entertainment center. So we got her the couch, got her everything. We bought a sofa bed so that Scott and I have a place to sleep when we're there. Bed was out of stock. Coffee tables were out of stock. The tall dresser was out of stock. And when I say out of stock, like not just in the Calgary location, I actually called because I thought, oh, well, I can just order online and we can do like the click and collect and pick it up. Out of stock in Canada. So they're actually like waiting for stock just to even come into the country, which I thought was really interesting. So it kind of shows, I mean, obviously it's back to school time, so like university for people, but oh, hey, Lindsay in the camper. Oh, Bailey's and coffee. Atta girl. Yeah, I don't know. It just never occurred to me that IKEA would be out of stock of things, but I mean, so it happened. Just so if you guys are looking for some of those things, totally out of stock. So I did get her set up, but she is missing a few things, which is totally fine, because Scott and I were kind of reminiscing on our first place. I don't know if it's the same as you guys, but we were like Salvation Army, and, you know, we'd have some dishes handed down from one of the parents, that old dishes that they'd had for 10 years that they didn't want to use anymore. So our places were all like super secondhand. And Emma got kind of all new stuff. And I was feeling really guilty about it because... I don't know, I just kind of felt like, isn't that a rite of passage that you're supposed to like, yeah, out of stock at IKEA, exactly. I feel like it's kind of a rite of passage, don't you, to have secondhand things. And she does have some secondhand things. It's not that she doesn't, but we don't live there. We're not there anymore. And we just really wanted to make sure that her place was set up. And that's her school classroom now, because she's not going into university classroom. Her university is totally online for fall and possibly winter as well. So I just thought, well, we'll get her set up. So it made me feel so much better. This is so, I don't know, made me feel better anyway, that when I left, yes, she had an apartment. I got new curtains, hung curtains, all the things. But because there were some things out of stock, her mattress is on like just like the wire, or the metal frame. So that made me feel a little bit better. And also because we couldn't find an entertainment unit, her TV is sitting on her Christmas tree box. So her Christmas tree box with the Christmas tree in it, she's like, okay, Mom, I just kind of need to find an entertainment unit before November 1st because my Christmas tree has to go up, so I can't really have my TV sitting on my Christmas tree box. And I was like, okay, first world problems. When your tree has to go up November 1st, you need to make sure you've got a place for your TV. So anyway, those are my stories. So I did all the things. She made me totally exhausted. We went hard all day. She got me on one of her horses, which never happens. So she was super happy. So it was a very fun, very fast 4.5 days. I am home. I am happy to be home, and happy to be getting back into a routine. So let's get scrapbooking. Okay. So again, as always, I'll put these instructions up in the Facebook group after if you are wanting to create it again or you've missed something. Oh, hey from Drumheller. Hi, Kim. Hi. My stories are bringing back memories, right? Well, that's the thing. I mean, look at how, God, you go back. Like, Scott and I first moved in together, like, he'd have to correct me because he's the one that remembers all the dates. But if we've been married for 22 years, I think we moved in together like 24 years ago, 23 and a half years ago, maybe. It's a long time ago. So I was like 21. 22. Anyway, he remembers all that stuff. But yeah, we had like this really ugly red couch from secondhand shop. It worked. I mean, it totally worked. We had it for a while too. And I remember our first bedroom set that we bought. We were so excited. And I'll never forget, actually, we got it on sale for like $800 for the bed and the 2 bedside tables, like the bed frame. And I remember it being like, I was so overwhelmed because it was so much money. Like, it was so much money. And we saved and we were like, oh, do you really think we can do this? And blah, blah, blah. But I'll never forget it. And funnily enough, I actually still have that. We have the bedside tables, which I refinished and painted, and they're in Emma's room here. And the bed frame I still have, which I am actually going to refinish and match those bedside tables because I'm going to put it in the spare bedroom. So that's how thrifty I can be. I kept it all those years. But yeah, it was a big purchase. That was a big purchase. So anyway, enough about, running down memory lane. They're out of stock because of coronavirus. See, I wasn't sure what the reason was because it was busy in there. Like, they had us lined outside like cattle, like in all of the things you see on TV. That's what they had, like all the big fences. Like, when we waited outside for probably 45 minutes and we were in there twice. I thought that it was probably just because things were so busy, like people, I don't know, shopping, but what do I know? Okay, let's get scrapbooking. So for this one, I did a cardstock base. So this is my brown cardstock base. I am gonna lean that back. How about right there? That looks a little bit more clear to you, maybe? Okay, 2 seconds. I'm just gonna move this light really, really quick because I feel really bad that you can't see. 2 seconds. I'm here. I'm still here. If you've just come on and you don't see anybody, it's not because I'm not here. I am here. I'm just trying to make this better for you because I feel really bad. Okay. That might be better. How's that? Oh, that's better. Better. Okay. Awesome. Okay, here we go. So, cardstock base. I'm going to go through and just make it with you, right? All along with you. But then I've got a pattern paper in here so you can see this is kind of like a gold and white check here. So this one's underneath my photos. I used the same pattern paper, this leaf piece, for this strip and for this strip. And then I've got a couple of smaller, shorter patterns. I used a border punch on here. And then I've got a strip at the bottom that's different again. And then I did a washi tape on cardstock and border punch that using the same punch as this one as well. And then, of course, the big long journal card. Okay? And then I've just got my photos. I did end up matting these two. You can if you want. It's optional. And then these 2 smaller ones I just did flat. Okay? So I'm going to put that down. And then we'll start making. So, okay, let me just get, perfect. Okay, 12 by 12 black cardstock is what I've got here. I used a dotted Swiss, so you can see like the dots on there. Your first cut is going to be 5.5 by 12. 5.5 by 12. So this one is the one I'm going to use. That is this one in the here. That's the one that's going in behind your photos. Okay, so 5.5 by 12, and you're going to adhere this one down 3/4 of an inch down from the top of your base. Okay, so 3/4 of an inch down from the top of your base, you're going to put that 5.5 by 12. Okay, and that's just going to give us a little bit. I don't want to completely overlap and lose the width of my paper, but I do want to put my strip up at the top. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and adhere this one 3/4 of an inch down from the top. Okay, so get that one cut. Good morning everyone that's just joining us. You guys are kind of all across the country, which is amazing. So those of you that are back east, you guys are what? Just after lunch, 1 o'clock? Somewhere in there. So I think some of you were 11, 12, 1. So thank you for taking time out of your Sunday. So go ahead and just stick that one down. So 5.5. I always find it so funny because my mat that I'm working on is black. So when I've got a black cardstock on here, I kind of lose it a little bit. Okay, 5.5 by 12, 3/4 of an inch down from the top. Okay, so that's where we're at in that one. The next one you want to do is 2 of the same strip. Okay, so I've got these pumpkin strips, and on here it's these leaves. So I did not quite 1 inch on this one, and I did a full 1 inch on this one, but you could do more narrow if you wanted. You could do wider if you wanted. Remember, when I'm doing these strips, I'm always doing them, unless they're just like a dotted pattern paper or a stripe. I usually am wanting to get, like, I obviously didn't want to cut my pumpkin in a weird way. I wanted my whole strip of pumpkins, so that's why it's this width. So just remember that, or if you're using strips from a pre-printed strip sheet, your widths can be different. It's your layout, doesn't matter, right? So this one is 1, this one's just shy of 1, and you want 2 of the same. We're going to raise the top one, and it's going to go right at the top of the base. So it is going to overlap the first piece of paper that we put down, that 5.5 inch piece. It is going to overlap the top of that just a little bit. So you're going to put it right at the top, and I did raise this one up. And then the next one, the second one that's matching, it's going at the bottom, and it's just slightly overlapping the bottom of that 5.5 inch piece, but it's going to go flat. Okay, so make sure this one goes flat because you're going to put your big journal strip down there. So again, this one is from our Basics printable. So if you don't have that, you can go over to the website and grab that one. The dimensions of that are 3 by 9 though. Or not, 9.5 I think, actually. I'm just going to measure that really quick for you. Yeah, 3 by 9.5. Okay, so this one you can print off the website, but that's why we want this bottom strip flat, because we're going to go right over top of that. Okay, just need a drink. Hang on. Christine, you're in Washington, D.C.? Well, welcome. Anna, 115, where are you? 115, okay, so you guys are definitely on the east. Well, welcome. How's the weather in Washington, D.C. today? We are obviously Canada, very west coast. Today is super sunshiny, but you can tell we're in September because when I got up this morning, the sun was coming in, but fog had settled, and I haven't seen fog since May, maybe, beginning of May. So you can tell we've just kind of turned that corner. Oh, yes, Heather, you are late for church. And cheers. I have a Caesar. It's Caesar Sunday today. That's what I decided to call it. And I made a good one. I had a really, really good Caesar when I was in Calgary. I will say, where I live on the island, we, it's just the little town that we're in, we only have a handful of, like, I would say really good restaurants that we enjoy going out to. But obviously in Calgary, there's so many options. We went into a restaurant during the week, and oh my god, I had the best Caesar ever in my entire life. It was so good. I would almost wanted to ask them the recipe. But I was told that horseradish was a trick. Lots of people put horseradish in their Caesars. I haven't tried that yet, so maybe that's what they did. So anyway, raise this guy at the top and put this one at the bottom just flat, okay? Oh, Christine, that sounds amazing. I'm so glad that you've got good weather down there. But then when does it start to turn down there? Probably mid-September, I guess. Hey, like where your leaves are probably already starting to change colors a little bit. Washington, D.C. is on my list. Actually, it's on our family's list. We would love to come to Washington, D.C. And have a little tour around. It's not a place that we've been. Cloudy in Calgary, going down to 10. You know what? I know Calgary is changing. It was really nice when I was there this week, but you can feel it. You can feel it in the air. And again at night too, because I'm always thinking about the horses being outside at night, because we've got a couple that live outside. Our mama and baby, they live outside because they won't go in. The baby won't live inside until she's like 3. And the mama, she'll come back once the baby's weaned. She'll come back and she'll live inside. So probably like October sometime, late October. And then our retired mama, she lives outside full time. And then her baby, who's 3, he just moved indoors to become a big boy. So he has been outside all this time, 24 hours a day. Loved it. But I'm telling you, that boy, gosh, he took to living inside like you wouldn't believe. He thinks it is fantastic. Loves the attention. He's got his own little bedroom, so he's happy as a clam. So I'm always watching the temperature in Calgary because I'm always worried about the horses. But anyway. Okay, so those 2 strips, right? We got those 2 strips. This is where we're at. Everybody on the same page? Oh, it's raining in Drumheller. I'm sorry, but you know, it's so hard because with the rain, I think everybody really needs the rain for sure. So I'm sorry. But you know what? You get to bring out your sweaters, which is, I always love that time of year. I love sweater weather. So rain should bring out sweaters. So I don't know. Honestly, it's probably going to start raining here pretty quick, which I'm not totally upset about because I want to put some hedges in. I want to put some trees in. I don't want to do it until we're kind of in rainy season so that it takes care of the watering for me, because I don't want to kill a tree, and I don't want to have to be responsible for watering a hedge. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's where we're at. Top and bottom are 1-ish inches, right? Or 1-ish inches. So then the next one that you're going to put down is you're going to put down this border strip. Okay, journal strip. Okay, so this one, you're going to come in just off the edge. You want to leave a space for your 2x2s. Okay, so I went in 2 3/4. Okay, 2 3/4, and you can see I am just down from the top. You see that? I've just got like 1/8 of an inch kind of in between that top strip and my journal strip. Okay, so that's the piece that you want to put down next, because you're going to build everything else around it. Okay, so go ahead and put that strip down. So remember what I said, that one is 3 by 9.5. I was just double checking before I repeated it 17 times. Okay, so go in about 2 3/4 of an inch. If you don't want to measure, take your little 2x2s and just put those down. I'm just grabbing mine real quick here. Put those down and just kind of get an idea, because you want them just over in this corner here, right? A little bit. Oh, dear Lord, you guys can't see. There you go. Is that better? So go ahead and stick that down 2 3/4 in, just from the right edge. Okay, so get that where you want it, nice and straight, or not, totally up to you. Okay, and stick that one down, and then you've got this right here, and then we're going to build around it. Okay, cool. Good. Okay, so while you're doing that, I want to tell you really quick. So I didn't announce, obviously I was away. Okay, I totally have got hair in my face, in my lips, in behind my glasses. Okay, sorry. I didn't announce the winner of last weekend's layout posting. So when you guys post all your layouts from our Facebook Lives, then you get your name in the draw. Sometimes it's a prize, and then sometimes it's a $10 gift certificate for my website, which I think is really cool. Gives you a nice discount on your next order. So I didn't post it on Wednesday. Obviously, I wasn't here, but it kind of got me to thinking, because I kind of been watching, like, as you post, like, there's lots of you that post right away as soon as we're done, and then some trickle in kind of like Sunday night through Monday. But I kind of was feeling like there's lots that have been like, oh, posted on Thursday, oh, missed the deadline or whatever, was busy. So I thought, well, why don't we just do it for the week? So I'll just announce on Sundays, so you guys can post. But it gives those of you that either couldn't join live, had to watch the playback, or just didn't really have time. You just kind of wanted to watch or whatever, and you didn't really have time kind of in that first few days of the week, especially with school starting, right? Like everybody, lots of people are going back to work, all of our incredible teachers going back into the classroom. But it's getting busy again for a lot of families with school. So let's just go the whole week. So I drew a name this morning for our last week, and the winner was Terry Kite. So Terry, if you're on here today, congratulations, yay you. I'll be emailing you your code, and then you can use that on your next purchase for $10 off your next order. And then you guys, today, you've got the whole week, and I will make the draw next Sunday. So I'm going to say probably till like Saturday night, and then that way it gives me a chance. I can have all the names ready and ready for the draw on Sunday. Okay, so whole week you guys can have. So if you're not, so you don't feel panicked today. Good morning. Hi, everyone that's just joining. Hi. I'm looking down because I am on my laptop and I can't quite reach my laptop to do my comments. So I have my comments up on my phone here so I can kind of see you as you're joining and coming on in. So anyway, I'm going to start building off of this. So I want to do the bottom part. So you can see I've got these strips at the bottom of my layout. So these ones, you again, kind of the same thing. So this one I did is 3/4 of an inch. This one is a 1/2 an inch. So it kind of depends. But here's what you want to make sure you're doing. You want to make sure that you're still leaving a little bit of a space in between this. So whatever size you're doing, just make sure that you leave a little bit of a space in there, okay? So 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, they're all by 12. And go ahead and stick that down. So I'm going to do this one. And then I did my little washi cardstock punch trick. I used the washi tape from this Halloween kit, and I'm sorry, you guys, I freaking love this Halloween kit. And you know, I'm not, you know me, Christmas is my thing. But I always do some Halloween, obviously, with the kids. I always at least do a page or two. Oh, I totally put that on upside down. Oops, hang on 2 seconds. So I always at least do a page or two, but I really, really love this Simple Stories kit. Do you know what I love about it? My favorite thing? One of my favorite colors is gray. And this has a lot of gray in it, which I thought was a really fun addition. So this is the sticker sheet. So it's got like 3 shades of orange. There, can you see that a little better? So it's got like 3 different shades of orange, black, creamy white, so like a bit of a winter white, a stark white, and then it's got a lot of gray, which I think the gray is what I'm loving in it, so that it's not just that black and orange, black and orange, black and orange, but I think they did a really good job. So you can see, so I've got some of the kit left on the site. Oh, right there. So I've got some of the kit left on the site, and then I have a bunch of singles. So things like the puffy letters, these are the chipboard letters, but like the puffy letters, which are adorable. Those are on the site. The washi tapes, which I don't have sitting right here, but I did use one of them. This black and orange polka dot. I do have the washi tapes for single purchase as well. So you can go on the site and you can either purchase the kit, which is super cute, or you can even just get some of the add-on pieces, and they will work with lots of what you may already have, like some of your black and orange. So you could pick those up. It just kind of complements some of the things that you already have. Oh, Kim, did back to school kick you? Yeah, you know what? It's hard. It's totally hard. Yeah, I think it'll be great to just have those extra few days. Oh, I know. Same, Heather, right? Like, life just happens. So I just think it'll be so much better if we have a little more time. So I think that's going to be so much better, and then everybody can participate and get your name in the draw. Like I said, some weeks it's prizes, some weeks it's paper or stickers or thickers or whatever. Sometimes because I've got everyone that I order from, they're super generous. Sorry. And they often send prizes. So sometimes it's prizes. And then sometimes it's a discount on my website, which is awesome, because you should all be doing a little bit of shopping, updating your supplies, because we have been doing this now since middle of April. I actually was looking back. I was trying to find the date. I think it was like April 15th or 19th or something. It was my very first Facebook Live. So gosh, I've been doing these weekly classes, these free weekly classes every weekend. Pretty much. I think I've only missed like 1 weekend, 2 weekends. Took 1 weekend off since April. So you've been using your supplies. So I've got lots of new supplies for you on the website. So make sure you go on and have a look and see what you need for your supplies, to top up your supplies. But there's some great kits there, and lots of single product as well. Oh, Sarah, coffee and Baileys, exactly right. That was lots of coffee and Baileys this morning. And then there's my double Caesar. I needed a pick-me-up this morning. I got up really early. Obviously, Emma's back in Calgary. Alex is having a last hurrah weekend with his buddies, so he was over at a friend's house. His buddy that he's actually been seeing, he was kind of our original bubble. They've just been seeing each other as soon as kind of quarantine ended, whenever that was, however many months ago that was. This was kind of his friend that was in his bubble. His family kind of was living the same way that we were. And so anyway, they've been together doing things all summer, which has been really, really nice. But he's having his kind of last sleepover before school starts. So I'm alone. So I was up super early this morning. I forgot to make dog food last night, which is always a struggle in the morning, because I always feel super guilty that these poor dogs are like starving and I forgot to make their dog food. So I was up early making their dog food this morning. You need to unfollow me, Samantha. Oh my God, you're hilarious. I will notice if you unfollow me and I will be deeply hurt. So, I know you're joking. Oh, Heather, that's amazing. Oh, I love that you filled almost all those. Like, that's incredible to get that many layouts, and I'm so happy. And I will tell you really quick, I know we still have a layout to finish, but just this really amazing story. I've actually had 2 ladies approach me and talk a little bit about what these weekly classes meant to them, because for me, it was really, I missed you, obviously, and I was like, oh my gosh, okay, well, if we can't see each other in person, which I usually travel and teach 3 to 4 times a year, sometimes 5, depending on the year, and I'll travel and teach. And I was like, okay, well, if I can't do that, how do I see you? And so obviously, this is a huge step out of my comfort zone, but totally made this entire time so incredible for me. It gave me the chance to get super creative again, connect with you, push myself out of my comfort zone. I have learned, oh my God, I have learned so much, you guys. Like, learning obviously is so good for all of us at any age. So it was incredible for me. But I had a lady who I've known for years. I met her through the business many years ago when I first started my company, which was like 2006. So I've known her for a long time. But just through the business, like we don't see each other outside of work or anything like that. Follow each other's social media, but whatever. Anyway, she came and did a pickup order, and we talked for the longest time. Like, I think we were out there for like an hour. And she said to me that this has really saved her through this horrible time. And I said, really? Because I didn't really think about it so much like that. I was just like, oh, this is amazing. We get to hang out, we get to talk, and all of the things. And Heather, your comment just completely reminded me of this conversation, because at the time, I was practically in tears because she was so sweet. She said, no, I was struggling. I couldn't get out of my pajamas. I was struggling to get out of bed or off the couch or be motivated or all the things, which I think a lot of us can relate to at different times. And she just said this was her thing. She looked forward to it every Sunday. She got to work on other things that got her creative again. She hadn't scrapbooked in a very long time. And it was a friend of hers who was like, hey, Jennifer's doing these things. Let's do this. And so I just love that. So Heather, thank you for telling me that this is your me time and that you love this, because hearing that is amazing. I obviously love this, and this is amazing, and it's my business and all of the things, but I actually want to be with you guys. I actually love that you guys are getting your photos and your albums and you're journaling and you're writing this down for your families, and these albums are going to be in your house for years and years and years. I love that. So thank you so much for joining me every week, because it makes a big difference in my week as well. Anyway, now sappy stuff. Love you guys. Love you all. Let's get our photos down. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting my little 2x2. So remember what I said, if you're putting photos together and they're kind of same size, one on top of each other, flip them upside down, get them where you want, flip them upside down, and then stick them down. Okay, so these little 2x2s, I've just put on this side here. Just right like that. Okay. So just evenly spaced. You can see them over here as well. Okay, so get those 2x2s down. I'm really glad, Heather. Thank you. Thank you for that. I'm so glad that you're feeling better and that you're loving this. The next 2 photos, ladies, that I put down. So I did a 3x3 and I matted it, and then I did a 2x3 and I matted it. This space does allow for you to put some bigger photos. So if you did want, just say one 4x6, or you wanted a 4x4 only, you could put that in there. You could even put, say, 2 3x4s. You could get them side by side, but you could also get them kind of offset as well. So you could do a lot in here with some different size photos if you like. These ones, like I said, I've got a 3x3 matted, so 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And then I have a 2x3, so that one's matted at 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. Okay, so I did raise the bigger one, which, isn't this a cute photo? Can you see the turkey hat? on Cooper right here. This is a good family friend of ours. His son, we celebrate Thanksgiving, well, kind of all holidays. We try to get together for dinner. But he's wearing like the turkey hat. And I feel like Alex's other buddy there. So for that weekend, it was a 5-day weekend for Alex's school. So we had 2 of his international students, his buddies that were international students. So they're both from Japan and they came and stayed with us for the weekend. And they, of course, don't really celebrate Thanksgiving. So they hadn't really had a Thanksgiving celebration. So it was so cute. So one of them was wearing the turkey hat and they thought it was amazing. They were so full. They stuffed themselves. It was really fun to have them here for the weekend. Oh, thanks, Heather. I'm so glad. I just really love, because here's the thing. If we didn't do this, you guys, I would never see you. Like, obviously I don't get to see you unless we're doing classes. Then I get to see you. Then I get to come inside your homes, which I really, really love. But God, I just love interacting with everyone because, gosh, I love the travel teaching. I love knowing that I've got all these creative friends all over, but not getting to see you just was going to be really sad. So I'm so glad that you guys join me every week. You run into each other everywhere. Okay, girls, so I did the same size photos. I did another 3x3, matted it, and another 2x3. I did raise this one up, as I said, so I'm going to do the same thing on this. So go ahead and just get those ones stuck down. And then we've just got a couple of little strips to add underneath. And then you've got your journaling and your titling and your embellishing and all the little bits. So go ahead and stick those guys down when you're ready, however you like. I don't know what Halloween's going to be like this year. Like the boys, they didn't trick or treat last year, which was totally fine. I mean, they're 14, 15. They did go out the year before at 14. Or no, 13. So he would have been 14 last year. So they didn't go trick-or-treating last year, but his buddies came over and they handed out all the candy to the little kids. So that was really fun. So I hope that they do that again this year. So the next little spot that we're going to put is these 2 little strips. So you can see them right under here. Right here. So it's this this little orange piece and then this green one. And the green one I border punched the bottom because I border punched the top of this strip. So I used the same punch. So this one is facing down, this one's facing up. So these little strips here, so this orange one is 5. So it's like 1/2 inch by 5. But again, whatever you're working with your patterns. So I did 1/2 inch by 5. And then this one I did 3/4 of an inch by 6. But I border punched the bottom. So depending if you are using a border punch, if you're not using a border punch, and then if so, what size. So I did 3/4 of an inch. I did the same thing on this little orange one as well, because I just wanted to make sure that I had it finished at about 1/2 an inch. So the first one that's going to go down is the shorter one, so the 5. And you're just going to put it right, the right edge of it is going to go right to the edge of the journal strip. Okay, so right underneath that first, or so that pumpkin piece, the bigger flat piece at the bottom, and right up to the edge of that. So same thing, they're both flat. I didn't raise these guys because I'm going to put my title kind of a little bit on top of them. Not totally, but a little bit. So these are flat, okay? So go ahead and just stick those 2 down like this. Here, hold on this second, the lighting's better. So see right here? So there's a little bit of a space there, and then there's a bigger space in there. Okay. Heather, yes, I use the Epson PictureMate 400. Epson PM400. And here's the thing. Now that Emma's in school and Alex starts school in like 4 days, blogs aplenty are coming to you, and one of them is about my printer. So, because I know, and I've had lots of you ask me, because of course I tell you that I use a different app. So it is coming. I promise, I promise, I promise. I really, really tried to be super present for the kids this summer. And I did work a ton, but I was working more on stock and classes and weekly classes for you. So the blogs are all coming now that I've got days where I'm not feeling guilty that the kids are here. And I don't feel so guilty about not spending time with them. So they're coming. But yes, it's the Epson PictureMate 400, PM400. Okay? So, ladies, we've got our bottom strip. and our bottom strip, right? Our little one, and it matches this one. So all our strips are in here. Our photos are in here. There, then it's not so chromy for you. Everything is ready, and now you can go ahead and just title and embellish. Okay, so I've got some great embellishments in this kit that I'm going to use. But you can see, like for this one, I did like all of these are all die cuts, and I did some of them flat, some of them raised, like this flower one is raised. This, like all of these leaves, I raised some of these, I did some of them flat. I added some of the little die cut leaves like up in here to match with this strip here, and those are raised. And then I have this, a puffy title, so it says give thanks. And then I did some of the words off the sticker sheet right down in here. Okay, so just embellish however you like. I'm actually going to add this chip title to mine. Yeah, you're welcome. No problem, Heather. I'm going to add this chip title, and it says spooky. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to pop this out. And when I'm doing these, sometimes I take them out and I don't take the negative piece, and then lots of times I do. I'm going to use the negative piece to the P and the O's in this just because I think it's super cute. So I'm going to take all these guys out. So you can see, like in the center there, it's got the inside piece and that can pop out, but I'm going to leave it in there because I think it looks really cute, especially because I'm putting it on black cardstock. So I'm going to go ahead, and this is actually going to come right onto my journaling piece. So remember, when you're using like these long, big journal spots, don't be afraid to go over them and just write around them, right? So you can journal right around. And I did that a little bit on here. You can see right in here. So I journaled around these little bits of embellishment, and also on that flower too. Sorry, it's backwards. That's why I'm kind of moving my hands all over. It's backwards for me. So don't be afraid to go onto your journal spot, because you can, just get my tweezers here. You can just journal around it, and I think that that looks super cute. So I'm going to go ahead and just get these guys stuck down, and then I'll hold this up for you in 2 seconds. I hope that still following along. Normally I don't embellish with you, but I was feeling like I wanted to get this layout done. So if you're done and you don't want to listen to me jabber on anymore, that's totally fine. I hope you have an amazing day. And if you do, and you want to see the end of it, well, I'll show it to you in just 2 seconds. I'm not going to journal with you though, because if I tried to journal and talked, you know that I would be writing down exactly what I'm saying to you guys, which would be a little bit interesting to try to read the journaling. Okay, so I'm going to stick those down. Also with chipboard too, it's totally a personal thing, but if it's new chipboard, I just use the adhesive that's on the back, but older chipboard that's been sitting around for a little while, always use glue. Add some glue onto the back of it. So there. So just and I went right onto the journal card for that, and then I can go ahead and I can put some embellishments all in and around there as well. So that's it. I'm not going to do any more with you. I'm going to sit here and finish it after we're done. But thank you again so much for joining me this morning. Next Sunday, so I am back on Wednesday, so I do have some cards for you on Wednesday, so I'll be here Wednesday night. So I hope you'll join me then, so 7 o'clock on Wednesday. And then for next Sunday, we're going to do another little kind of technique-y one. So you know how we did the... I used the brushes and we did that nice inked background for our base. We're going to do a stencil. So lots of you have stencils. I know lots of you love mixed media, so lots of you got stencils. So kind of start thinking about a collection and some a stencil that would go with a collection that you maybe want to use. Maybe start just thinking about that. And if you don't have stencils, you definitely can make your own. And then you also don't have to use one. Okay, so if you don't want to use them, so we are going to do stencil with a bit of ink as a background as well. We're going to put a little bit of that on our base. So just start thinking about that now, that we're going to do something a little bit fun with some more ink next weekend. Okay, so think about that. If you have any questions, message me. The sketch will come out on Friday as always. And I think that's all I've got for you. If you love, again, as always, if you love what I'm doing here and you love all of the things, please recommend me on Facebook. Please give your recommendation. You can rate on Facebook as well. So please do that. And if it's an awesome rating, thank you. And if it's not, message me, because I would love to figure out why you're not happy. So I would definitely like to make you happy. But yeah, if you have a chance to go and do that, that just really helps me with my business and social media. So sharing and inviting all your friends. That would be really, really great. So go have a look at the website, see if you see a kit you like or any of the additional pieces. Tons of washi tape on there, tons of alphas. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about all the alphas that I've added. So you've got so many embellishment pieces to add to your layouts. And again, congratulations to Terry on your $10 gift certificate. You'll be getting a coupon emailed to you, a coupon code. And please post. Remember, you've got a whole week now, whole week to post your layouts. Okay? So thank you, thank you, thank you again. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. And I will look forward to seeing you back here on Wednesday and then again on Sunday. Okay? Have a great day. Bye.